We know you've heard it before. Where did the time go? And pertaining to the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season, and the Xfinity and the Truck season, and the ARCA season, and the Super Cup season, and the Grand National Super Series season, and all the other ones, SRX. Where did the seasons go? Well, anyway, these are the top 10 stories of the NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Truck season. And I'll just say that almost all the stories that were the tops were in Cup. So these are the 10. Thanks for listening. And in the end, tell us what you think. I don't know about you, but I remember where I was at when the direction of my life was formed, Michigan International Speedway, on August 23rd, 1974, when I saw Richard Petty's fire red and petty blue Dodge go screaming by. Since then, probably just like you, we've been hooked. From our first media gig at the tender age of 15 in 1983 with Grand National Scene, to printing our own Supercars Today magazine in the 1990s, hence our name. Nothing against our open wheel friends, but if it has fenders, our nosy nature wants to find out the who, the why, and the how. We don't necessarily interview these people, we have conversations. So please subscribe to our channel and hit that bell to be notified of new content every Tuesday at noon. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment on, and share these videos. Today on the program, all throughout his career, it seemed that Chase Elliott was the Teflon, Elliott, garnering multiple Most Popular Driver awards and the 2020 NASCAR Championship. However, following the race at Fontana, Chase broke his left leg in a snowboarding accident, and the fans went ballistic, most angry at the number 9 Napa Chevy driver, saying, "How could he? He's a race car driver. Doesn't he know this kind of thing could happen?" Others tried to defend him and say, well, he could drop a weight on his foot, or he could twist an ankle playing basketball, or whatever. Either way, the vitriol was surprising, and Chase didn't win a race, and he also didn't make the chase for the championship. Ross Chastain's controversial driving style has been covered ad nauseum. However, at Kansas in May, he and Noah Gragson apparently got together on the track. Gragson confronted him, grabbed his uniform, and Chastain swung and connected. It's all anybody talked about for weeks. Like the mythical Phoenix rising from the ashes, North Wilkesboro Speedway had its own rising from near death, but the announcement that the 2023 All-Star race would take place at the legendary North Carolina track. However, Kyle Larson absolutely dominated the weekend, winning the truck race and then the All-Star event the following day. Following 3 years of marginal crowds, NASCAR and Bristol decided for 2024 that they were going to ditch the dirt. Many reasons went into the decision, but really, the next-gen cars just weren't suited for other than concrete or pavement. And fans were very vocal before, during, and after each event, won by Joey Logano, Kyle Busch, and Christopher Bell. They just didn't seem to care for it. So, goodbye dirt, hello asphalt. 2023 seemed to be the year for record-setting penalties. NASCAR, now using specific language and not just the actions detrimental to the sport in the rulebook, levied some fines as high as $100,000 to certain Cup teams like Hendrick Motorsports and others like Stuart Haas, Ryan Newman, and Matt Crafton. It was definitely an expensive year for some. My hard and fast rule when working in public relations was nothing controversial, especially on social media. However, following the Xfinity race at Martinsville to get into the final round playoffs at Phoenix, both Richard Childress Racing drivers Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill got together and were eliminated from the playoffs. Andy Petrie confronted Sheldon after the race. It went viral on social media, and then owner Richard Childress chimed in and called Creed stupid. Perhaps they should take a page from my playbook. because fans came unglued. Now, Andy Petrie did apologize, but the damage was already done. How many caution flags were thrown during the NASCAR Phoenix truck race to determine the champion? You don't want to know. But social media, even during the race, was exploding, especially when Carson Hocevar turned around Corey Heim, who was in the title hunt. Corey Heim did get even with him later, but fans and media alike were livid. Oh, and by the way, there were 12 cautions, 7 in the final stage alone, 4 overtime attempts, and Carson Hocevar did apologize for his role in spinning out Corey Heim. The sport has just lost its most iconic driver on the world's biggest stage. How'd you like to be the person who replaces that individual? Well, Kevin Harvick became his own legend, winning 60 Cup events, 47 in the Xfinity Series, 14 truck races, the 2007 Daytona 500, 1 Cup title, 2 Xfinity titles, oh, and by the way, 1 West title, and the 2002 IROC title. 2023, he called it quits and will join the Fox broadcast booth next season. You want to talk a meltdown on social media, well, and the internet itself, when NASCAR announced it was going to run a street race in downtown Chicago, people couldn't believe what they were hearing. Heads turned, eyes rolled. Different reports came out of payoffs, kickbacks, and what have you, as well as different concerns over logistics, where the course would be laid out, especially the tightness of the course and the turns, as well as the roughness of the surface. And also, how would fans get there? Where would they park? Etc. And when they got there, it might as well have been hurricane-type rain, as the course was pelted with the wet stuff. Not to matter, amongst the wrecks, Australian Sean van Gisbergen won the race and stunned the NASCAR community. It is clear in the NASCAR rulebook, if you remove pit equipment and cause a caution, you could be asked to park your race car. However, when Josh Williams did it at Atlanta in February, fans said, "Yay!" He's basically saying, "Up yours," to the sanctioning body. However, it turned viral. Williams became a household name and made the heart symbol iconic in motorsports. Why, you ask? Because he parked his car right at the start-finish line during the event. Now, later, he did admit that he perhaps shouldn't have done it. But it did make him somewhat a hero for standing up to the man, although it did get him parked for one event, and the pundits went crazy. And rightfully so, because NASCAR does have to administer these events as they see fit. As always, thanks for watching Supercars Today TV. Please hit that like button, and if you wouldn't mind, go to the comments section. You're probably going to wanna, because we're not rating these stories for the season. And the reason is because everybody's got an opinion. What do you think? Please let us know what you feel is number one, or even if a story shouldn't have been on the list. We'll see you either late next Tuesday, not at noon, or at noon Wednesday, because we're covering the Stocks for Tots down in Mooresville, North Carolina, the incredible charity work that Don Miller does for the region. So please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you would, please. And if you wouldn't mind, leave a comment. Thanks for watching.